Well, hello everybody. Today is Wednesday, November 20th, 2024. Um, so we had a great election. A lot of a lot of things have happened since the election, and some things are kind of shaken out that are kind of interesting. I don't know. I'm just trying to let some of the dust settle before I get into any one particular subject here. So I thought there were a number of things that were interesting have been going on, and of course, there's some great memes coming out um, regarding us being called garbage, and we're making it great again. So winner, winner, turkey dinner. I like that one. That was pretty good. So happy Thanksgiving. It's just around the corner. And I don't know if I'll be making another video between now and Thanksgiving. So um, I just thought I'd throw that out there. Anyway, um, one of the things that I thought was really interesting was that California is turning red. Now, I've always known that the Central Valley and in the mountains, there have been a lot of Republicans up there. But take a look at this. Um, so in 2020, we had quite a few counties in California that were blue, and I can understand why in Los Angeles area and San Diego area those places are blue, and up in the San Francisco Bay Area and up the North Coast. Um, the city centers, interestingly enough, the city centers get a lot of extra services. So you don't necessarily have to have a car in, let's say, San Francisco, uh, because you can get around on buses and cable cars and with the Bay Area Rapid Transit. It goes all around the Bay and down into the South Bay too, into San Jose area. So there's a lot of different options for people um, to stay Democrat in those city centers. So I kind of give up hope on them to some degree. But I think it's really interesting who voted for who. It looks like a lot of people came to their senses in California and started voting Republican. We'll see how that's going to change in the future. Let's see what else we got here to take a look at. Anyway, I thought that was fascinating. Um, the national map, who voted for what. Uh, I don't understand what's going on down here in Texas. Oh well. But Oklahoma is all red. Uh, all red. All red. All red was the guy running for a Senate seat in Texas. Anyway, he lost. Thank goodness. Anyway, so this is really fascinating um, that this many Republicans are out there, and yet they're claiming that this election was neck and neck. I don't see it, but go figure. It tells you where the population centers are and where we need to change our messaging. I think part of one of the Republican issues, we've got Gen X's and Gen Z's out there. Um, and maybe it's just that they work too many hours trying to make ends meet and don't have time to really watch anything but the evening news. And we know that's all propaganda as well. So yeah, I was going to save this for the end, but if they're listening to people like Joe Scarborough on MSNBC, the Misinformation Channel, um, they need to turn that stuff off. Actually, that show needs to be off the air. So the Morning Joe should be taken off the air, mostly just because they're spreading a message of hate, in which to some people, that means that they have been somewhat indirectly, if not directly, responsible for the two assassination attempts on Trump, just because of their messaging. Uh, I think it's a little more sinister than that because I watched it a few times and it's just evil, just nasty. It's even worse than The View, and The View spreads nothing but hate as well. So there's no apologizing for what they've done. They just need to go away. They don't need to be on the air. They don't need to be making a profit from this misinformation that they've been spreading for a long, long time. Okay, taxes. One of the issues that the Democrats were pushing was that, the rich people don't pay their fair share of taxes. But you can see here, just based on your income as it goes up, you'd be paying up to 37% of your income in taxes to the federal government. So that's a fallacy that rich people don't pay their fair share. Um, they may take advantage of tax breaks that they get because their income um, is from a business that they own. Yeah, that's true. But those are dollars that end up going back into the business. So, um, it helps. It helps the people that are working for them. It means benefits. It means vacation time. It means higher pay, wages, and so we want our companies to be profitable in the United States because we want the people that work for them to have a good life. Um, that's basically it. So anyway, thought that'd be an interesting thing to pop up there. Let's take a look at what else is here. So how high are sales taxes in your state? Interesting. Uh, so not knowing where y'all live, I would imagine most of you are in Texas or California. You can see California's pretty high. It's right up there. Uh, but, that's kind of interesting. Where Louisiana's pretty high, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Illinois, Tennessee, Alabama, um, California, Washington. So, Oregon, Montana, um, they're basically nothing. So, local sales taxes. Anyway, so here's local tax rates. Um, it's really interesting. So, I don't know. I would think Alaska, 1.82% sales tax. That's pretty cool. Um, but it's the reason I don't live there is because it's pretty cool. I, I like the warm weather in Texas. Anyway, so thought you might like that. So when you combine local sales tax along with the taxes on your income from a federal standpoint and on a state standpoint, now in Texas there is no state tax. So we pay property tax, we have sales tax, um, but we don't have an income tax for the state. Doesn't mean we don't pay federal tax. We do that. So anyway, so it's kind of interesting. You add all that stuff up, that's a lot of money. Gas taxes, effective to July 1st, 2024. Where is this? I guess these are California gas taxes. 60 cents state excise tax. 18 cents federal excise tax, 12 cents low carbon fuel standard, 26 cents cap and trade, state and local sales tax 10 cents, that's per gallon. State underground storage tax is 2 cents, and dollars per gallon is $1.28 of your hard-earned money goes to nothing but taxes when you buy a gallon of gas. So there you go. It's and this is in California, so you can understand why their gas runs, $6-7 a gallon. It's crazy. So I love Texas. Anyway, national average on gas taxes. That's interesting. There are related stories. Most of them have to do with California again. Richmond agrees to place refinery business tax on the ballot. Interesting. California gas prices could increase by 50 cents under a secret tax proposal. Why is it secret? Crazy. Senator Dale introduces state of emergency tax exemption bill January 19th, and March 29th, 23, Governor Newsom signs gas price gouging law. I think the only gas price gouging that's going on is from the state of California. It's pretty bad. So anyway, so that's just interesting information I found out there. I thought I'd share with you. How high are corporate income tax rates in your state? Corporate taxes. So if you have a corporation, you owe taxes on the money that your corporation earns. This is before you pay out payroll, benefits, things like that. So in California, when I had a small business, I basically made $0 because of the taxes and penalties in California. 8.84%. That partially was my fault. We didn't make that much money, but we sure ended up paying taxes on everything and penalties on top of that, which can be quite high. So, top marginal corporate income tax rates as of January 1st, 2024. Crazy. New Jersey, 9%. Delaware, 8.7%. Maryland, 8.25%. DC, 8.25%. Massachusetts, 8%. Illinois, 9.5%. Minnesota, 9.8%. California, 8.84%. So, yeah, interesting. So, there's a lot of information out there if you want to compile it. To see that corporations do pay their fair share in taxes, and the state-approved exemptions are out there to help businesses stay in business and turn over money. So usually those exemptions end up going back into the business and help keep people employed. So anyway, there's that. Average corporate income tax rates. So in South America, on average, 28.4%. Africa, 27.4%. United States is kind of right in the middle at 25.8%. The world, 23.5%. So we're a little ahead of the world. Europe 19.9%, and Asia 19.8%. So, um, average corporate income tax rates. So, yeah, pretty healthy, if you ask me. So, that's all I had. That's all I had there. Okay. So, I was hoping to get into the migration issues across the United States. However, I was unable to find out what the spread of Gen Zs and Gen Xs were in 2024. Pretty much on all that kind of stuff where it talks about people leaving one state and going into another. It's done on an annual basis by the Census Bureau. So, really, the information at this point in time is not current. So, I'll share that with you in the beginning of the year. And we'll see where our messaging really needs to go um, for Texas and as well as the rest of the Republican Party in order to capture those Gen Z and Gen X people. At least give them some information that they can digest in one way or another. We might have to go to different platforms and present our information more on a, I don't know, on a live basis, so they get it. Anyway, that's all I have for today. Nothing much. Um, Remember this: Morning Joe on MSNBC and The View are two shows that we could live without in the United States. Not that they don't have a voice, but their voice is filled with hate, and they need to change that messaging. And thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time, hopefully soon. Have a happy Thanksgiving if I don't see you before then. Take care.